Filipina tennis ace Alex Eala has officially broken into the WTA top 40 ahead of her opening round match at the Qatar Open in Doha.
Alex Eala
has just sent shockwaves through the tennis world, and the WTA establishment is absolutely fuming right now. Despite everything they threw at her, despite the questionable calls, despite the disrespect, despite being treated like an outsider who doesn't belong, Alex Eala has broken into the top 40 of the WTA rankings. And with every single tournament, she's climbing higher, proving that talent and determination can overcome even the most biased system. This isn't just a feel-good story about a talented athlete succeeding. This is about a young woman from the Philippines fighting against an establishment that never expected her to make it this far. This is about exposing how the WTA treats players who don't fit their preferred mold. This is about Alex Eala refusing to be broken by a system that seemed designed to hold her back. Alex Eala's rise has been nothing short of extraordinary. She came from the Philippines, a country not exactly known as a tennis powerhouse, and made an impact on the international stage at an incredibly young age. Now she's working toward her first Grand Slam appearance. And every step of the way, she's had to battle not just her opponents on the court, but what feels like the entire WTA machine working against her. When we say the WTA didn't want her to succeed, we're not exaggerating. We're not being dramatic. There are clear examples of how she's been wronged, how she's been treated differently, how the rules somehow don't seem to apply the same way when Alex Eala is on the court. Let me take you back to one particularly shocking example. During the Australian Open qualifiers, something unbelievable happened. Eala was in the middle of a crucial rally in the first set. She hit a ball that was clearly in crystal clear. Everyone in the stadium could see it. The mark on the court was visible. The trajectory was perfect. By every objective measure, it was her point. But then came the call out. The referee ruled it out. Alex immediately challenged it because she knew, and everyone watching knew, that the ball was in. But here's where it gets troubling. The officials claimed they couldn't make a definitive determination. So, do you know what they did? They ordered the point to be replayed. Let that sink in for a moment. A ball that was clearly in, that should have been Eala's point, suddenly gets erased. The point is replayed. If you know anything about tennis, you know that's not standard procedure. You don't simply replay points because you're unsure about a call. Either the ball is in or it's out. A decision is made and it stands. But apparently, when it comes to Alex Eala, the usual rules don't always seem to apply. The psychological impact of something like that is huge. You win a point fair and square, and then it gets taken away. You have to spend energy fighting for what was rightfully yours. You have to keep your composure when you feel like you've been blatantly wronged. You have to somehow refocus and play that point all over again, knowing the system just cost you. And you know what? Despite all of that chaos, despite the questionable calls and the attempts to disrupt her rhythm, Alex Eala won that match. She pushed through. She stayed focused and made it all the way to the finals of the Australian Open qualifiers. That's the kind of mental toughness and resilience we're talking about. That's the character of Alex Eala. And here comes the appeal. But wait, it gets even more concerning. That Australian Open incident wasn't an isolated case. Throughout her career, Eala has faced a pattern of questionable officiating that somehow seems to go against her at critical moments, situations where the rules appear to be interpreted differently when she's involved. The WTA authorities have treated her unfairly from the start. As an outsider, as someone who didn't come through the traditional tennis pipeline, as a player from a country the tennis establishment often overlooks, Eala has had to fight for every bit of recognition, every ounce of respect, every opportunity. While other players get the benefit of the doubt, while others receive favorable scheduling, while some get the close calls going their way, Alex Eala has had to earn everything the hard way. She's had to be twice as good just to be treated half as fairly. She's had to win convincingly because she knows tight matches might not swing in her favor. She's had to build an incredibly strong mental game because she understands she can't always rely on fair officiating. But here's what truly makes Alex Eala special. She hasn't allowed any of this to break her. She hasn't complained endlessly. She hasn't made excuses. She's kept her head down, kept working, kept improving, and kept winning. She remains composed on the court even when she has every reason to be frustrated. She stays professional even when the system seems unprofessional toward her. And now she's in the top 40. Despite everything that appeared to be working against her, she's climbed into the top 40 of the WTA rankings. That's not just impressive, it's remarkable when you consider the obstacles she's faced, the disadvantages she's had to overcome, the challenges she's had to navigate. Breaking into the top 40 is an achievement that deserves far more recognition than it's receiving.
Think about what she's accomplished.
She's competing against players who have access to the best training facilities in the world. Players who have had professional coaching since early childhood. Players who come from countries with well-established tennis programs and strong infrastructure. Players who receive sponsorship deals and financial support she could only imagine. Players the WTA actively promotes. Eala had none of those built-in advantages. She had to carve out her own path. She had to work harder than most just to access the same opportunities. And now she's defeating players who had every advantage she didn't. She's rising through the rankings despite the system seemingly trying to slow her down. Every tournament she enters, she moves up. Every match she wins, she silences critics. Every ranking point she earns shows that talent and determination matter more than where you come from or who backs you. She's building something special, and the tennis world is starting to notice, whether the WTA likes it or not.
But let's be honest about what she's facing.
The WTA has repeatedly shown that it has its favorites, its chosen stars who get promoted and protected. There's a vision of what they want their top players to look like, where they should come from, how they should behave.
And Eala doesn't fit that template. She's too independent.
She's too determined to succeed on her own terms. She's unwilling to play the political games the tennis establishment expects. She's proving that you don't need their approval.
You don't need their blessing.
You just need talent, discipline, and an unbreakable spirit. And here's what truly concerns the establishment.
Eala is only getting started. She's still young. She's still evolving. She's still hungry.
Breaking into the top 40 isn't her final goal.
It's just a milestone in her journey.
She's aiming for the top 20, then the top 10, and eventually competing for Grand Slam titles.
At this point, her momentum is undeniable. Her confidence is growing.
Her ranking keeps climbing. Every tournament she enters, opponents know they are in for a fight. Every match she plays adds to her experience at the highest level. Every victory proves she's here to stay. The WTA can continue making questionable decisions. They can continue treating her like an outsider. They can continue favoring certain players. But none of it changes the fact that Eala has already shown she can succeed in spite of it all. She's exposed the flaws in the system simply by refusing to let it defeat her. She's shown the world that bias can't stop someone with enough talent and determination. She's demonstrated that even when everything feels stacked against you, greatness is still possible. This is a player who lost clear points and still won the match. This is a player who faced questionable officiating and still advanced. This is a player who felt overlooked and still climbed the rankings. That kind of resilience, that kind of mental strength, that kind of competitive fire is what separates good players from great ones.
Eala is becoming great right before our eyes. The top 40 is just the beginning. She has the game to compete with anyone. She has the mindset to overcome any challenge.
She has the drive to achieve what many believed was impossible for someone from her background.
The Philippines has found its tennis superstar.
The sport has gained an incredible talent who will force the establishment to respect her, whether they want to or not. And tennis fans around the world have a new player to support. Someone who represents the best qualities of sport. Someone who proves that integrity and hard work can rise above favoritism and bias. Eala is surging through the WTA rankings, and nothing seems capable of stopping her.
She's breaking barriers.
She's exceeding expectations. And she's doing it all with a level of class and composure that makes her critics look even smaller.
This is only the beginning of her journey.
And if this is what she can achieve while battling adversity, imagine what she'll accomplish when she finally receives the respect and fair treatment she truly deserves.